Welcome back to the WCG for the evening session of day 3 of the first statewide traffic management test match. Brennan's 11 hold all the aces as they head into this final session well on top. They will resume at 7 for 149, a lead of 155 runs, with their skipper still at the crease, 59 not out. So Brennan's 11 in a fantastic position as they resume their innings in this third session. 7 for 149, a lead of 155 runs, as they might have one eye towards picking up some Ravi's 11 wickets tonight. Before that, it'll be George Pineros to bowl the first ball of the third session. That slides wide down the leg side. Pineros to continue again to Scott. It now to full delivery and is played on the leg side towards the boundary. And Scott moves to 63 not out, picking up where he left off in that middle session. It's a poor start from Pineros. Brennan's 11 have passed the 150 mark. But George Pineros continues to Scott, and he's beaten him outside the off stump. A rare moment there for Ravi's 11. It's a good delivery and Scott flashes wildly. That is perhaps an indication of the intent in this third session to get this moving along. As Scott faces Pineros again, it's a good length delivery, and Scott just defends back down the pitch. Not only do they hold a massive lead on Ravi's 11, but they'll probably have a crack at them tonight. Here's Pineros continues to Scott. It's a short delivery and it's cut away on the offside for 4. Scott moves to 67. It's been a poor start from Ravi's 11 after tea. Pat McGregor to bowl the 32nd over of the innings. So he goes around the wicket now to Scott. In now to short delivery. Scott has a play on it, and he's out. It's a brilliant catch from Ryan Schaefer on the offside. And that brings to an end a brilliant innings from the skipper. Ravi's 11 require a mammoth 165 runs for victory. So after beginning the day in trouble at 3 for 19, it's anything but now in the third session for Brennan's 11, as they've been bowled out for 158 in their second innings, which leaves Ravi's 11 needing a record 165 runs to win in the fourth inning. Matthew White and Gavin Merrifield returning to form with 26 and 34 respectively, with Scott finishing with 67, his second half century of the match. Ravi's 11 have a mountain to climb. Ravi's 11 bowlers toiled hard for 31.1 overs in this second innings. Robert Leonard, the pick of the bowlers, with 3 for 9 off his 4 overs. Pat McGregor 3 for 12 off 5.1 overs. The big man had to toil hard for his wickets on this third day. Michael Johnson, the only other wicket taker, taking 2 for 12 off his 4 overs. And now their attention turns to a record run chase. So the equation is simple for Ravi's 11. They need 165 runs for victory, but will have to negotiate a tricky period tonight if they're to stand any chance. Toiling hard in the afternoon heat, it'll be Pat McGregor to open up the batting for Ravi's 11. And he'll face Brendan Scott, who's going to take the first over. This could be a box office little period before stumps on day 3. So Scott comes in for the first delivery to McGregor. It's a gentle outswing and delivery, and Pat leaves that alone outside the off stump. You would think Ravi's 11's first objective is to get through unscathed tonight. Brennan's 11 will throw all at him to make sure that that does not happen. As Scott comes in again to McGregor. It's a full delivery and Pat goes bang on the offside. Well, that's a great way to start for the big man. He has hammered Scott for 6. Second delivery, easy as you like. That's an indication of the intent of this final session. We could be in for some fireworks. As Scott will bowl again to McGregor, and that has snuck through his defences and narrowly swung down the leg side, missing that leg stump. Oh, that could not have been far away. Ravi's 11 no wicket for 6 early into this second innings, late on day 3. And this is a big battle already. Scott v McGregor in the opening over. As he bowls again to McGregor, who is forward, and it hits him on the leg and dribbles down the leg side. And Scott looking to bring it back in once again. So getting forward and across is essential. Scott continues again to McGregor. It's another full in swing and delivery, and this time Pat has not been able to deal with it as it crashes into the stumps. McGregor's test match has come to an end, and Ravi's 11 are 1 for 6. So it's the youngster Nathan Hancock who will bat at 2 for Rabies 11. And this surely is a baptism of fire for the youngster. He has to contend with Scott in the opening over with his side in early trouble. So it's Scott to Hancock for his first delivery. Good length delivery which pops up on the leg side. And it's a brilliant catch from Hamid Basha. Nathan Hancock is dismissed first delivery. And Rabies 11 are in massive trouble now in the opening over. This is a peach from Hamid Basha. Abib Richards pulling off a blinder there at short leg. And Rabies 11 are 2 down. So it's George Paneros to bat at 3 for Rabies 11. And his side are in all sorts of trouble at 2 for 6. Here Scott's over has finished, but it doesn't get any easier for Paneros. Because now charging in is Matt White for the second over of the innings. As he bowls now to Paneros, who wears one on the body. Unfazed there is Paneros, but you can expect that to be the blueprint for the over. The Rabies 11 still require 159 for victory, but their immediate focus is to stop the hemorrhaging. As White bowls again to Paneros, who pulls the bat out of the line of the ball well, and lets that go through to the keeper. It doesn't get much tougher than this for Rabies 11 with Matt White steaming in on you late on a day's play. With your backs against the wall, Paneros needs to fight here for his side. As White bowls again to Paneros, and he just gets his hands out of the way of that thunderbolt. Here White is cranking it up here late on day 3 as Paneros looks up for the fight. White to continue to Paneros in the second over. 2 for 6 of Rabies 11 as George Paneros is wrapped on the back leg, and there is a cry in anguish there from the Brendans 11's fielders. This nearly snuck through his defences. Survives just. Paneros surely can't wait for this over to end. As it's White again to Paneros, and this is a shorter delivery, which George, to be fair, sways out of the way well. He got down low to get behind it, and he's done well there. So the final ball of what's been another electric over from White. In there to Paneros, who just drops out on the leg side towards the fence, and he's going to pinch a single. He's done well to negotiate that over there from White, and he's off the mark. 2 for 9 into the 4th over as Josh Bolling will bowl. In now, it's a good length delivery, and Paneros is forward well and defends. Yeah, this might be stating the obvious, but Rabies 11 will not want to lose another wicket tonight. As Bolling bowls again to Paneros, who plays a wild stroke outside the off stump. He plays and misses, fortunately this time. It's a good delivery from Bolling. Bolling to continue in the 4th over to Paneros. Rabies 11 2 for 9, and that's a bit of a shorter delivery which leaps up at Paneros, but he's swayed out of the way of it well. So this will be the last delivery of the 4th over. Bolling into Paneros again. It's a good length delivery, and George is in behind it well. As White throws it back at the stumps, it's a direct hit, and I'll tell you what, this might be close. He's defended it well on the offside as he makes his way down the pitch. Oh, he might have just got his foot back in time. Just. It'll be Hamid Basha to bowl the 5th over of the innings. Rabies 11 still 2 for 9. In now to full delivery, and George is well forward and places Scott on the offside. Paneros has stood up to the challenge so far. Got well in behind most deliveries and defended well. Here's Hamid Basha bowl again to Paneros, and again Paneros defends well on the offside. So the message seems clear here for Paneros, just get through to stumps, which would be a wise move. They can reassess tomorrow morning. Hamid Basha bowls again, it's a full toss, and he hasn't been able to get that one away as he can't beat White on the offside. We're probably going to have enough time for 3 or 4 more overs here. It depends how quickly Scott and his side can get through them tonight. So this has been a pretty impressive effort from George so far, as Hamid Basha will continue to him now over the wicket. Short delivery, and George Paneros drops on the leg side. He's going to go for a risky single. Well, it's a rush of blood to the head there for Paneros, but he gets in the end. and adds another run to the total. Rabies 11 now 2 for 10 in the 5th over. He still require 155 runs for victory. So Middlebash will come in for the last ball of the over. It's a full toss. It's played to Daniel Hancock on the leg side for no run. Gavin Merrifield to bowl the 6th over of the innings. He's in now to Paneros. It's a short delivery. Paneros has worn that on the body. He's not phased there as Paneros. He's doing well here for his side. Getting right in behind everything and valuing his wicket. He knows it's a big wicket. Another wicket down tonight for Rabies 11. Could prove fatal. As Merrifield comes in again to Paneros. It's a short delivery. It's a good bumper there from Merrifield. And George is under it well. He got under that comfortably there, Paneros. It's a good wicket to bat on. Brennan's 11 throwing everything at Paneros at the moment. And he's standing tall. As Merrifield bowls again to Paneros, and again he's well in behind it. He plays that to Stepien on the onside. Merrifield will bowl again now to Paneros. And now it's another good length delivery, and this one stays a wee bit low. But George is in behind it well again. Paneros is 2 of 28 deliveries here. And that won't faze Rabies 11 after their poor start in this 2nd innings. As Merrifield bowls again to Paneros, and again Paneros is in well behind it. He's had 2 of 29 deliveries here for Paneros. This is a good fighting knock here. This is just what his side needed, just to stop the hemorrhaging. So Merrifield in for his last delivery. He gets an inside edge onto his body. He's done well again. Mark Pasfield to bowl the 8th over of the innings. Rabies 11 2 for 15. In now to Paneros. It's a full delivery and it's played towards the middle basher on the offside. And it'd probably be unfair to say that that's a drop catch. It was in the air, but he's definitely stopped 6. Oh, he's already pulled off one specky this innings. He couldn't pull it off again. Nervous moment there for Rabies 11 and George Paneros. Though you'd have to consider yourself pretty unlucky to be dismissed in that fashion. As Pasterfield bowls again to Paneros. He plays that well down the ground as he breaks the shackles somewhat with that boundary. Yeah, that was a floated half volley there from Pasterfield, and George has pounced on it. Paneros might see this as an opportunity after facing some tough overs. He still has to be wary with his side in trouble. As Pasterfield bowls again to Paneros. Oh, it's an error in judgment. Just like the first innings, he's missed a half tracker and been bowled. And that's a massive blow for Rabies 11 as we approach stumps on day 3. George's eyes lit up at that half tracker. It's proved fatal. So it's Todd Lavin who strides to the crease here for Rabies 11. And Brennan's 11 will sense a massive opportunity here to get a 4th just before stumps. Todd has not made too many runs in the backyard. And will have about 7 deliveries to negotiate here for the rest of the day. With the cycle complete, it looks like Scott might actually get the last over in. They'll have to hurry as the clock has ticked over to 3 minutes to 6. They'll have to get this last delivery in quick. So it's Pasterfield to Lavin for his first delivery. In now, it's a wide half-track delivery. And Todd nervously hits it back down the pitch. So this will be the final over of the 3rd day's play. It will be Scott to bowl to Lavin. It's a full delivery, and that looked like it was in swinging as well. But Lavin has let that go outside the off stump. Has 5 more to negotiate for the day. His side are 3 for 21 and struggling. Here's Scott bowls again to Lavin. It's a full toss. Oh, and this might be close. There's a massive appeal from the middle bash from several of the Brennan's 11 fielders. This might have struck a hand of Lavin. Or might just be off the arm. It looks a good decision. Nervous moments there for Lavin as he's counting down the deliveries. 3 to go in this over. And Scott bowls to him now, but he hasn't been able to survive this one. It's a faint tickle through to the keeper as he leaves the bat hanging out. And that's the 4th wicket down for Rabies 11, 4 for 21. And Brennan's 11 move closer to a crushing victory. So it'll be Michael Johnson, the first innings hero, who will walk out to bat at 5 for his side. He's tasked now with negotiating the rest of this Brendan Scott over. His side still requires 144 runs for victory. His immediate focus is trying to survive till stumps. So it's Scott into Johnson now. It's a full delivery, it's in swinging, and Johnson gets well in behind it. He's wrapped on the pads, but he's playing a stroke and won't be given out LBW. So this will be the final ball of day 3, which has belonged well and truly to Brendan's 11. Here is Scott, bowls to Johnson for the last delivery, he's clean bowled him. The nerves have got to Johnson, the first innings hero, and Rabi's 11 are in all sorts of trouble at stumps on day 3. Brendan's 11 will be looking to move in for the kill tomorrow morning. So on days 1 and 2, Rabi's 11 were able to finish the day the stronger, but that is definitely not the story here on day 3, as they are staring down the barrel of a massive first test defeat. They will begin day 4, 5 for 21, still requiring 144 for victory. Brendan's 11 will be moving in for the kill tomorrow morning and looking to take a 1-0 series lead. We'll see you tomorrow.